something strange happened. In history, an entire empire disappeared. No warning, no final battle, just silence. This was the Khmer Empire, the largest city on Earth. Bigger than London, bigger than Paris, a civilization far ahead of its time. They built wonders from stone, massive temples, perfectly aligned with the heavens. And they mastered something even more powerful: water. They created vast canal, reservoirs, and systems so advanced they could control entire monsoons. Think about that. Nearly 1,000 years ago, they understood water better than most modern cities today. Power flowed through water. It fed their lands, sustained their people, and built one of the greatest civilizations the world had ever seen. But then, everything changed. The rains stopped. The land began to dry. Reservoirs, once full of life, turned into cracked earth. Crops failed, water vanished, and slowly, life began to fade. Then suddenly, the sky turned dark. The winds rose, and without warning, the floods came. Relentless rain poured down. Canals overflowed. Reservoirs broke. The same system that once gave them power now became their greatest weakness. Too much water. All at once, structures collapsed. The land turned to chaos. Life began to fade. Then suddenly, the sky turned dark. The winds rose, and without warning, the floods came. Relentless rain poured down. Canals overflowed. Reservoirs broke. The same system that once gave them power now became their greatest weakness. Too much water. All at once, structures collapsed. The land turned to chaos. The empire began to break. And in that moment of weakness, enemies saw their chance. From the shadows, they came. Invading forces moved in. Battles erupted. Fire consumed what remained. The empire could no longer defend itself. But what happened next was even more strange. There was no final stand, no last desperate fight. Instead, people simply left. No panic, no chaos. Families walked away from their homes, from their temples, from their entire world, one by one. The streets grew empty. The markets fell silent. The greatest city on earth became a ghost, left behind to time. Years passed, then decades, then centuries, and slowly, the jungle began to take it back. Trees grew through stone. Roots wrapped around temples. Nature erased what humanity had built, until nothing remained but ruins hidden in green, a lost world, forgotten. Until one day, in the 1800s, an explorer walked through the dense jungle and saw something impossible: a massive temple rising from the earth, like a memory that refused to disappear. Angkor Wat, a city frozen in time, a civilization lost to history. Even today, we don't fully understand what happened. It wasn't just drought. It wasn't just floods. It wasn't just war. It was everything happening at once, a perfect storm that brought down one of the most powerful empires ever created. And that's what makes this story terrifying. Because civilizations don't fall in a single moment. They weaken, slowly, crack by crack, until one day, they're gone. So the next time you look at a powerful empire, ask yourself, is it truly strong, or just waiting to collapse? Because history has already shown us it can happen again.